Oh, goodness. What do y'all think about like a Wednesday afternoon stream, chat? I normally don't do that, but like, Stevie says yes. Amy, I believe you're already playing Rust, aren't you? You were playing Rust earlier anyway when I joined. It said you and Polar Bear were in when I joined Rust today. It's just a casual joke. Okay. You're here for it? I'm always here for it. Just, yeah, okay. Seems like you're the only one in Rust, really? No, we're not going to play Rust right now. We're going to play Rust tonight, chat, after dinner. I'll come back for a while. I'm here to farm today, chat. Thanks, Leonard, for the permission. Appreciate it. Wait. Heavy whipping? Chaz, I'll take 2. Thank you. Right, yo, Storms, you're downloading Rust. Let's go, buddy. Let's be good. Let the kids run around for a bit. Awesome. Chaz, those cinnamon rolls sound great, by the way. Got hungry, had to eat. Gotcha. Waiting for bread to rise so you can bake it. Yo, Mary, what's up? How's it going? You did buy Rust because of me, Kimmy, yeah. Sorry, not sorry. Tastes like Cinnabon cinnamon rolls? Dang. Dude, I haven't had a Cinnabon for a minute, chat. I haven't had a Cinnabon for a minute. Like a Cinnabon cinnamon roll, you know? Like the brand Cinnabon. It has been a minute. Mary, how's it going? Welcome in, by the way. Hi. Oh, goodness. Cinnabon. Oh, man. Dang, Kimmy. Kimmy's savage. She bought Rust just so she could shoot me, chat. Well, I would say that's rude, but, like, you know, that's valid. I'm here for it. Fine. Whatever. Hey. Dang. Dang, dang, dang. We used to have, I don't really think it's much of a thing anymore, but it was called the St. Louis Mills. And it's like, it was a mall over in St. Louis, and they had a Cinnabon. We used to go over there occasionally, and like, so good. So good. Just in general. Internet was slow. Mary, that sucks. I'm sorry you're dealing with that. If you can even hear me. Chaz, you can always, if you know your PC specs, you can always go to the Rust page on Steam and see what the system requirements are. Yeah. Mary, I'm doing great. Always. Always doing great. Trix, actually, yes. Hello, Trix. Welcome in. I will be breaking out another heater this weekend, yes. It'll be chilly out here. See, the other thing is, though, I don't know how much I'm going to be streaming because my brother's going to be in town, so I'm going to try to sneak away and do some streaming, but, like, I don't know, you know? I don't know how much I'll be here. Oh, you hear me? It just stops here and there. Okay, I got you, Mary. I got you. Got that Mexico City Wi-Fi, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely family first, but we'll see. I don't know what the schedule is going to look like over the weekend, honestly. I don't know when he's coming to town, and I'm going to probably just ride off Christmas Eve entirely. because I think we're going to my sister's, like, pretty much. Well, we're going Christmas Eve for like a dinner, and then Christmas Day we're gonna be there like all day. So I just don't think I'm gonna be around, you know. The shift in temp in the studio is not bad for the PC. Thinking humidity. Probably. It never actually. It doesn't freeze in here. I will tell you that much. It does. I do try to keep it warmish. With the temperatures that we have coming up, I will definitely probably leave heat on 24/7. If it's like, you know, 30 degrees, I don't leave heat on all night. It might get down to 55 in here, 50. But with the temperatures and the biggest thing is the wind that we have coming. The wind cuts right, like it gets windy. The wind's driving that cold in. It'll probably be like, I don't know. I don't think it'll freeze in here, but it definitely gets cold. In the winter, when it's going to get cold like this, I don't turn the PCs off and I don't turn the monitors off. I leave everything on, which I know is probably kind of a waste of electricity and stuff, but yeah. And then, like I said, I'll probably leave heat on out here all, like, for a couple days, you know? Awning up on the deck so you can run the smoker. Nice. Very nice. That's awesome. Yeah. Exactly, Trix. Exactly. Yeah. Firing up the overclocked i5. Nice, Bert. Very nice. Yeah, I've been, you know, out here for a few years now, and I haven't really had. I mean, it gets cold. This is going to be the coldest it's ever been since I've like had this set up. You know. He'll cook it one day. Been trying. Nice, Bert. Nice. Nice. I mean, we're gonna get snow. Oh. Buffalo chicken dip for Christmas. Yes, that's gonna happen. That sounds great. A few data mining rigs, heaters that pay for themselves. Yeah, we'll just put it this way, chat. If you see me playing Flight Sim all weekend, I'm not actually here. It's just I'm running the PC, you know? Yeah, you're welcome, Chess. You're welcome. Just saying. Chief Jarhead, yeah, I would think the cold could damage the PC. I mean, if nothing else, my, like, I don't know what they are, but there's like the heat tubes in the cooler for the CPU. Technically, the GPU I think has them too. So like, yeah, the cold could, but it won't get that bad in here. It won't get below freezing in this room. Let's put it that way. It definitely won't get below freezing. If I have to run heat 24/7, that's what it takes, you know. Yeah. Oh, gotcha, Kimmy. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Oh, wow, Trix. I bet they're a little busy right now. The cold won't hurt. It's the humidity. I gotcha. It's not too bad. And then in the summertime, I have air conditioning, so like, it's never that humid in this room in the summer. Because I got a, what is that, a 10,000 BTU air conditioner for this little space. Now, I make a swamp out back underneath the air conditioner where it like, the condensation drains out. Oh my God. That concrete is like, the concrete that it drains onto is literally like a swamp all summer. It's nasty, dude. It's like slimy and gross, and it's bad. The amount of condensation I put outside from the AC unit, but better than being in here, right? But yeah, no, it won't get below freezing in this room. It'll be fine. Older the PC, the better it works, right? Like this cup that I have will be on my desk all weekend. It will never freeze. I keep my jug of water on the floor. It won't freeze. So it'll be fine. I mean, it might be, you know, 35 degrees in here, but it won't freeze. The coldest I've seen so far this year, the other day I came out here and it was 48 degrees in this room. And I was like, that's a little chilly. And then the other night I left my heater on by accident and I came out here the next morning and it was like, you know, 70, almost 70 degrees. And I was like, oh, this is kind of great. I try not to leave my heat on all the time. You know, same thing in the summertime. Unless it's going to be really hot, I don't turn my air, like I don't leave my air on all night. But usually at night it doesn't get like that hot or that humid in here, so it's fine. Someday I'll have a real space with like real heat and air conditioning, chat, and I won't have to worry about it nearly as much as I do. But that's a someday project. Dad and I talked about it the other day again. He just shook his head at what I said, so. Because I want to do it upright. I want to like, you know, fully insulate the space and do it right, and he just shook his head at me, so. It's something we butt heads over, and I'm just not willing to, like, you know, make him angry over it, so. In the long run, it would save money, though, to have, like, insulation and do it right. Because if you think about it, I'm wasting a ton of energy by not having insulation, so. Whatever. It is what it is, you know. It is what it is. So, yeah. All right. Are those guys? They're making good progress. Okay. That's what I was checking. Once I get one of those guys done, I need to get them down here and get to work. Gotta go to work. They do use liquid nitrogen. I've seen that before. That is super cool. See what I did there? I didn't mean it. It's neat. It's very cool. It's very neat. Get it? Cool? No? Okay. All right, I'll just stay on my own world with my own dumb jokes, chat, and make myself laugh, okay? It's okay, chat. Y'all don't have to stop. Oh. Kimmy's taking a nap. Sounds great. Kimmy, we'll catch you later. Have a good nap. Yes, I got Chaz to laugh. Let's go. Winning. Don't laugh. It just encourages me. Chaz, you should know this by now. Don't laugh at me. Don't do it. When people laugh, it just encourages me to make, you know, even worse jokes. So there's this moth, chat. Wait a minute. Hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Love to laugh at funny stuff. Well, I don't know why you, well, you probably don't laugh with me then. You laugh at me, so. I've always been told that I'm funny, but I think they meant looking, you know? Dropped. So why did the wise men have fire hats on, chat? Because they came from afar. They came from afar. There's a whole joke that goes along with that too, like 20 minutes long if you want it to be. Oh man. Need to get my brother-in-law somehow to like tell y'all some jokes. He does the like really long, really dumb jokes. There's this one about a genie that's really funny. It's another like long-term, you know, 20-minute joke. It's just like by the end of it, you're just like, can you stop talking? Is that possible? Like, just shut up. But he's a great, like, my brother-in-law's like a great, like, storyteller, joke teller kind of thing, you know? Some people have that gift. I'm not one of them. but he is. He's great. I only have one sister, obviously, so I have one brother-in-law. But like, he couldn't be like a better fit for this family. Does that make sense? Kind of weird. Kind of weird. But man, I tell you what, if I ever do find somebody, they better get along with my family. If they don't, that could be a problem, you know? Just saying. At least get along with like my dad. Which is not hard to do. Just give the man a biscuit and gravy. He'll be happy. He'll like you, you know? It's not that hard. So yeah. Turn. That was a goal, Bessie. We done yet up north? No. Nothing like 3 rollers pitter pattering, right? Just saying. And I still have not seen Santa, by the way, in Rust. Santa only, he flies up north. He doesn't ever come down south. The new and Rust need to be covered so it doesn't respawn. I think so, Chuck, yeah. I think so. I could be wrong, though. But it might need to be, yeah. I would, if you wanted, I would not take the risk and go ahead and cover it up. You betcha. Right. Let's see. We'll get this one done. We'll go over to the blob. 18 would be a great auto drive field or horseplay field. But that's okay. Actually, I think a little boat found its way underneath the back deck on our house last night. I think Tom put it there. I know Tom, we were playing last night and Tom just goes, "Don't jump out of a boat at full speed. You'll never get it back." And I was like, what? I guess he's just like full yeeted out of a boat when it was going full speed. I don't know. I was like, whatever. I was off scrapping. Scrapping. Guess what I'm doing till like late o'clock tonight, chat? Scrapping. I'm getting a helicopter tonight when we play, chat. When I stream tonight, I'm getting a heli. Puma Air will be a thing tonight, chat. Just saying. It was going in circles and you were trying to chase it down. Oh, man. Beast mode, hello. Chuck, we could have used the helicopter and, like, repelled down from the chopper to grab the... we can't repel, but you know what I mean. That would have been funny. Could have just stopped the boat with the helicopter. That probably wouldn't end well for anybody. That probably would not go well. It'd be funny though, wouldn't it? That game is so like chaotic sometimes. I'm here for it. I forgot how much I miss Rust. Although that is a game I play for like, you know, a week and a half or something, then I'm just done. But I kind of think after the wipe, maybe this doesn't happen on stream, but probably off stream. I totally want to start another map and go mess with the train stuff. Yeah. Reasons to fly. The thing you miss about the U.S. Small breakfast. You talking about like a diner? Reasons to fly? Were you in America and you're not anymore? What's up? There are train stations, but it's not the above ground train network. They added above ground train network a few updates ago now. And there's actually like resource cars now. Like at first they were just kind of there and they didn't serve a purpose. But they added resource cars. So you can actually like go get a car that has fuel in it, or go get a car that has like iron, metal frags, you know, that kind of stuff. Like stone cars, that kind of stuff, sulfur car. So The map is not big enough to have an above ground train network. So there's that. Oh, that's right. That's right. Reasons to fly. I knew that. I knew that, and I'm sorry. So you missed like our diners, huh? Do you ever go to like Denny's, IHOP, Waffle House, like those? Or are you talking like small town ones, like from where you were at? 'Cause there's some good breakfast spots out there, man. I mean, breakfast food is kind of hard to mess up, but like there's some good breakfast food. I'm down for breakfast well any time of day, honestly. Breakfast for dinner? That's where it's at. Where it's at. You should talk to our buddy Gody. He's from the Copenhagen area, Denmark. Small spots, but Waffle House is amazing. I've only ever been to Waffle House one time. It was after a bonfire we had down at our farm. And a bunch of us, there wasn't a bunch of us, there was like 4 or 5 of us. We stopped on the way into town at the Waffle House, and of all things at like 2 o'clock in the morning from Waffle House, y'all want to guess what I had? 2:30 in the morning. No alcohol was involved, for the record. Everybody was completely sober. 2:30 in the morning, no alcohol. Stopped at Waffle House. What did I get, chat? Just saying. Buttermilk biscuits and sausage gravy. Oh, dude, there's nothing better. Biscuits and gravy are so good. Dang it, now I want to make... You know what? I need to tell Dad to get stuff for that, too. Dad does the grocery shopping here, Chad. I'm not, like, ordering him around, and I would totally go do the grocery shopping if he said, hey, go do the grocery shopping. Just for the record. And actually, when COVID was really bad, I did all the grocery shopping. But he I don't know. He's made friends with the guy at the grocery store now. So he's always up there talking to the guy, which I find amusing personally. So yeah. I'll be like, yeah, so-and-so. I think his name's Matt at the grocery store. And I'm just like, who's that? He's like, the manager. I'm like, okay. Why you took time to get to know the manager of the grocery store, but whatever floats your boat, Pops, you know? Whatever floats your boat. So yeah. It's all good. Yeah. I had a spoiler, chat. I had a bowl of chili at 2 or 2:30 in the morning. Again, we were all completely sober. No alcohol was involved. We stopped at Waffle House and I had a bowl of chili with like all the cheese on top. The waitress was like, you want cheese? I was like, you betcha. And she put like a pound of cheese on top. I was here for it though. I was happy. It was delicious. Which actually, it's really funny. Waffle House, my one brother has recently like discovered Waffle House, I guess, again, or just recently discovered it. He goes all the time and just talks about how good it is, how cheap it is too. And I was like, okay. That's the only time I've ever been to Waffle House. It's after a bonfire at my farm, which, by the way, was great. Oh, okay. I was like, what the heck is that in Discord? That's a lot of text. That's the recipe. Okay. Exactly, Chuck. Do I like to breathe? Then yes, I would like cheese. You know, like, duh. Please and thank you. You betcha. Yeah. And love a good Denny's breakfast. Oh yeah. I need to try again because for the longest time I couldn't eat the country fried steak at Denny's or anywhere. But like, dude, the country fried steak with gravy taters, sourdough bread on the side there. And then I always get eggs scrambled with cheese. Bro. Ain't nothing better. Just saying. No, you're good. You're good, Chaz. I just looked up and I was like, that's a lot. I was like, oh, that's a recipe. It's fine. You're totally fine. I just thought we were like getting hacked or something, you know? We have problems occasionally with people posting weird stuff in there, so. But recipes are totally allowed. I'm here for the recipe. Okay? I'm here for it. Yeah. Only when necessary. Wow. Alright, I got it. Okay, Bear. Just make extra icing. Hey, there's no such thing as too much icing. Just like cheese. There's no such thing as too much cheese, in my opinion. Just saying. Cracker Barrel's country fried steak. Yes, back when I could eat country fried steak before it started tasting like the bottom of a trash can. Because everything did, or kind of still does. So, Cracker Barrel's country fried steak's pretty. Cracker Barrel has pretty banging meatloaf too, actually. When I try goat cheese, yeah, I'll try it. Chaz, I was brought up. The one rule that Mom always had, like when she would make something new, was that we had to try it. And I still to this day, I live by that, you know? How do you know you don't like something if you don't try it, you know? So yeah, I would try it. I've never had goat cheese that I know of, but I'd definitely try it. Chicken and dumplings, oh boy. Oh. Oh. Dude, IHOP one time back in the day, I went there with my mom and I took grandma there one day for lunch. And I had the biggest plate of biscuits and gravy that I've ever had anywhere. And I was such a fat kid, and I was so happy that day. Just saying. Mom's rule too. Yeah, my thing though is seafood. I just won't touch it. Beyond that, I'll try. Yeah. I think you don't like Cracker Barrel. No, exactly. Cracker Barrel's good, but yeah, it's nothing like, you know, you're not dealing with a 5-star restaurant. It is like grandma or mom's like home cooking. That's what it really. I think that's why Cracker Barrel hits the spot for so many people. It's nostalgia food, you know. Yeah. You carry it 1 pound. Nice, Jeff. But yeah, Cracker Barrel is very like reminds you of grandma or mom's cooking, you know. Yeah, I would totally agree with that. It's nothing crazy good. It's nothing super fancy. It's like down home good cooking, you know? Definitely. I would agree. Making goat cheese is on your list. Oh, wow, Chaz. Wow. Yeah. Cracker Barrel is definitely the experience, yes. I haven't actually been to a Cracker Barrel in forever. If we get it, we order it to like go. Bring it home. I can't tell you the last time I actually ate Cracker Barrel though, because like I said, everything doesn't, like nothing tastes good to me, so. Things are starting to taste a little better though, like that sandwich. Yeah. Mr. Matt, good afternoon. How you doing today, sir? Real nice home-cooked meal beats fancy. Oh, yeah. Home-cooked meals are the best. Home-cooked meals are great. And it doesn't matter what it is, you know? Doesn't matter. Just saying. The heck is that noise on the scanner right now? Hear it up. Don't clip that shot. Mr. Matt, I'm having a great day as always. At least I try to, you know. It's all good. A little tired from staying up playing Rust last night, but you know that. No, I said don't clip it. Y'all suck. How many mods? I think there's about 103 or something, or 100, but we don't use them all. The mods have gotten kind of cluttered up. The longer you play a map, we tend to get our mods kind of cluttered. He didn't actually clip, okay. Or at least I tend to get mods kind of cluttered up on a server after we play for so long. Every once in a while when we're playing a map, I'll just do like a mod wipe and just clean everything up, but I haven't done that on here. At this point, I'm not really looking to update or add any mods to the server, to be honest, because outside of sugarcane stuff, which I do need to test that one of these days, but that's probably going to wait till after Christmas, because it's going to be forever before we get those map harvested again. Just throwing that out there. It's going to be a minute, chat. Okay, what's done? I just realized something's done. Where's our lime spreader guy? Wait, where's our lime spreader guy? Is he stuck somewhere this whole time? Oh no, he's right here. Oh, he's lime spreading that field. I thought he was going 29. My bad. He's still working. It takes forever doing it like that, but it does work. Yeah. Oh wait. So who's done then? That guy's done. That guy's almost done. We'll ride with this guy. We'll jump him over, and then we'll get the JD and move him to a different field. Chaz, what did you just send me? I don't know if I want to open that up, Chaz. It's going to be... Stop. Chat. Chaz just sent me a video of the cinnamon rolls. That looks like something off the freaking Food Network. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Seriously. How is that showing the markings on the map? Are you talking about precision farming, Mr. Matt? Or wait, like the lines or the different field textures? Not sure which one you're on about. Auto drive, horseplay. Oh, let's talk about breakfast. You want to run to IHOP and have biscuits and gravy? You know what's weird? Our IHOP doesn't have biscuits and gravy, chat. They don't have them. They don't have them. I've tried to order them. They don't have them. Our IHOP doesn't have biscuits and gravy. How sad is that? How sad is that? It ought to be against the law, right? Could be. Crash out of the... Ding. Just ding, ding, ding. All right. So if you're talking about these lines... the lines on the that is course play. That is showing me the course play course that is currently set up for this field. Is what this is. This is course play. So I'm liming this field right now, 31. I'm using auto drive to go get lime, and I'm using course play to spread it. So that's what we're doing there. And then course play up here to roll. And then we're actually going to set this guy up to go and roll. Wait, I'm in the last field already, aren't I? No, I'm not. We're going to tell this guy to go roll down here. And the blob. The blob. That's what we're going to do. Looks like he's actually going to do it too. Okay, so we want to use the field 11 point for this. So what we'll do is we'll set this to go to field 11. And then we'll tell it to course play when it gets there. And actually, was that set? Yeah, first waypoint, so we're good there. Tell that to drive, and he'll allegedly go pitter-patter down to field 11 there. We'll go back to our T9. Get it done. Right. So chat, we're talking about it being so cold coming up, right? I mean, so cold, so cold, so cold. Actually kind of hot in here right now. It's 70 degrees in this room. That's the warmest it's going to be in here in like a week. I guarantee it. It also helps that I jumped in Rust this morning right before stream for like, I don't know, half an hour. And I don't know about anybody else, but I got my Rust settings like cranked up. So it runs my computer. Yeah. 27.5 inches of snow. That is a very specific number. Really? 27.5 inches of snow? You can keep that, okay? I don't want it. We're supposed to get, I think, 3 to 5. So, yeah. A hacked. Oh, a hacked account. The only thing I would assume would be try to contact the support of whatever. Oh goodness, the support of whatever. What's it called? You know, whatever. Like if it's Twitter, try to contact their support, or if it's Twitch, try to contact. You know. Does that make sense, Twitchy? I don't know, honestly. You got 6 or 9. Okay. Here's it. I see you. I see you. Oh, man. Okay, I see that map. Hang on. I gotta look at that better. I gotta pull that up. Bigger screen. Bigger screen. I can't see where I'm at in that map, though. Hold on. We're going big time, chat. Hold on. That says 10 point. That says a lot where I live. I don't like your map, Chaz. I don't like that. Chat, I don't like it. I know you didn't make it, but I don't like it. It says like what does that say for downtown St. Louis? Is that 13? We're talking like 10 inches of snow. Oh my gosh. No way. No way. I don't want that much snow. I will say though, if we get the temperatures they're talking about, I'm not cleaning it up. I don't care. Nobody needs to go out. Just saying. The best part is my brother's going to be here for it, I guess. I guess. I don't know. His wife's not going to be happy. Their dog's not going to be happy either. Right, Sean? We might, dude, we get that kind of snow and better get the generator from the farm too. Pops and I are going to have to run down there. Chat, I don't know if he'll want to run down there tonight. If so, I won't be able to stream Rust, but we'll see. We will see, chat. Welcome home. Now clean the driveway. You know what, Storms? That's a great idea. Make him clean the driveway. Good idea. Google and YouTube said there's nothing they can do. Oh, dang. Yeah, right, Sean? Right, Sean? You have all the stuff to make bread. Hey, Chaz, do you ever get the stove figured out? What happened with that? Your little, you know, The natural gas or propane or whatever it was the other day. The issue. I've been wondering. I gotta lie. I just heard a noise outside my house, chat. What's going on? Probably the neighbor across the street. No, not him. I don't know what it was, chat. I'm sure. Somebody making noise, though. Oh, goodness. Of course, I just laid my phone down and I get a notification. How that works, right, chat? The GPS mod takes over my steering, yes. So yes, it does center me up, yep. You know, Sean, I don't know. I still don't know. He could show up today, he could show up Christmas Day. I don't know. Stove, you mean the space heater, right, Rox? Don't be mad at you. Why would I be mad at you? Guys, I have no reason to be mad at you. Oh, you just sent me a snap. Okay, hold on. That's why. Okay. All right, Chaz, I'm mad at you. Mad at you. I probably have a reason. Oh. Mm-hmm. I not know the reason, but you have. No, I don't. I try not to get mad at people. Why would I? No, I'm a happy, lucky kind of guy, you know? Try not to be mad at people. Guys sent me a video of the cinnamon rolls again. And they looked delish. Just saying. You did, yeah. That T9. True, Trent. Need some triples on here, right? Look better. Triples. Definitely triples. All right. That John Deere, the John Deere did make it to the field. Look at that, chat. He made it. He just started. Okay. He did it. He did it. He did it. Hooray. I used to have to watch Dora the Explorer when I babysat. Like, mom was technically the one babysitting, but I was around. I was always hanging out with my nephew back in the day when he was a little guy, and he loved him some Dora the Explorer. I couldn't stand that show. But boy, did he love that show. Dora. Yeah. The worst was the ride to Chicago where he had this Dora, like, doll thing that sang, it would sing. It would sing, and it was 5 hours each way of that stupid thing singing. Your son watched Dora for a couple of years? Oh, man. Now I understand why parents drink, you know? Just saying. Yeah, right, Trent? Right? Those children's shows, that's why parents drink. That's what I'm going with. Thanks, Trent. There's nothing in my cup. Literally nothing in the cup. Hold that thought. Hang on. Wait for it. Thanks, Trent. Oh, that's cold water. That's been sitting on the cold concrete floor. Oh. That's some high quality H2O. Old. Just saying. What's up? Welcome in. Welcome in. How's it going? Oh, hey, Troy. Hi, buddy. Troy just sent me a snap of my stream. Hi, Troy. How's it going? As Gatorade. I go yes. You got the cinnamon roast. He worked till like 7 this morning or something, so yeah. Gatorade. My phone doing the thing with the thing. It's not doing the thing with the thing, is it? Oh goodness. Alright. And I'm done on Snapchat, okay? Not opening it anymore. Just saying. Can we get a point redeemer thing? Refill cup. Well, what if my cup's already full? How does that work? Yeah, Chaz, I can see Discord. You didn't save me from nothing. Bigger cup. Okay. Guys, I only have so much desk space. You guys would make me have like 40 cups of water out here. Like, I got water for days. I got water for my water, boys. You know? Kind of weird. Kind of weird. That's all right. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. Have to finish the cup, then refill. Oh, God, rocks. Just put a silo outside and siphon it in. A silo of water? That would freeze, chat. That would freeze. Actually, speaking of freezing things, I think we do need to go back to the farm. Like, low key. We have a bathroom at the farm, chat. And we put like the pink, the RV antifreeze, you know? We put that in the toilet, but I bet you it needs some more. So yeah. Oh, yeah, you know it, Chaz. I'm here for it. I'm here for it all. Put a heater in it. True. True. It's gonna be so cold, chat. I'm not looking forward to it. And I know it's like colder for some of y'all. But like where I'm at, ground zero is like as cold as we normally get. But we're getting 0 with like 30-mile-per-hour winds. It's gonna be awful, chat. It's gonna be awful. Chaz, you're good. You're good. Wow. Wow. Wait, Troy, did you put text on the first one that you sent me? Did you? I know we'll be fine. It's just gonna suck. That's all. Not quite freezing. Oh, did you? Was I not supposed to say that you're here? Sorry. John, remember, it's all relative, man. It's all relative to where you are. For us, around 0 is bad, right? That's bad for us. And then you're throwing, 30-mile-an-hour winds on top of that. It's going to be bad here. All relative to where you are, Sean. Remember that. Okay? Just saying. It's all relative to where you are. It's not a competition of who gets colder temperatures or whatever. Not a competition, you know? Just saying. 15 to 16 degree. Dang, Chuck. Wow, Chuck. That's crazy, though. John calling out the lurkers. Sorry. I don't remember seeing text on there, Troy. I'm sorry. If it were, it's not a competition. Gosh. Because I know there's like, you know, rocks up in... Rocks, where are you at? Rocks is up in like Minnesota or South Dakota or something. South Dakota, I think. Like, it's, yeah, it's colder up there, obviously, you know? There we go. South Dakota. Lurkers, who does that? Who would lurk here? How dare you? Wait, I'm joking. I love my lurkers. Yeah, 23 is cold now, or where you grew up, 15. Yeah, there you go. See? Jerk. What? Oh, man. I probably was, you know what? Hashtag blame Chaz, okay? I'm not, Rox. I'm just saying, like, you know, where you live, like, let's say 0 is probably not that bad. Where I live, 0 is like the end of the world. Okay? Like, it's all relative to where you live, what you're used to, like, all that stuff, you know? Like, can you imagine if it hit 0 in, like, you know, Miami? Like, Florida wouldn't know what to do, chat, you know? Just saying. -6. Dang, Troy. Dang, Troy. 0 shirt off, hot out. Oh. Wow. Hashtag blame Chaz was the thing, was it really? Could be. Yeah. Am I implying that Florida ever knows what to do? Hey, is anybody from Florida here right now? Is anybody from Florida here currently? Heck yeah, Trent, do it. You won't. Pick me up some while you're there. Alright, I'm guessing nobody's from Florida. Yeah, Florida's just a bunch of, like, old dudes that are kind of crazy and kind of drunk. Like, the Florida man stories, there's nothing better. When it starts with a Florida man, I'm here for whatever happens after that. I'm down to listen to that story or, like, whatever. I'm here for it, you know? A Florida man. Oh, man. So here for it, chat. Just saying. This, what do we do? I don't know. Florida man is internet famous. Easy for me to say. Florida man stories are great. I love me a good Florida man story. There's nothing better. There's some just internet classics, you know? They're almost as good as the Haribo sugar-free gummy bear reviews, you know? Here we go again. What crazy things happen now? Pretty much, yeah. You're not wrong. Not wrong at all. So funny. All those Florida man stories are great. All right, still working on outside rounds over there. Okay, I think I'm going to jump up there and help him out. Actually, let's look. So he's going to go crazy angle. He's going to go over here. I'll just go up there and start working. I'll just go up north. Start working. Actually, speaking of our Nortige is working his crazy angle too. Nort. All good. Uppy update. Sure. Sure. I may not open it now because I did say I was going to be done looking at Snapchat. You know. I could look at it when I take my break at 3 o'clock. How about that? Yeah. Wow, rocks. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Later. So, like, not later, but, like, later. Gotcha. Wow, Troy. Probably not wrong, buddy. Them Florida people are built different, right? That was a true story. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha, rocks. Alright, so we're gonna go up here. We'll start working on some east-west up here. And then we'll move to the other north part of the field. Later, like you want to go get some food? Yeah, no? That's a no, right? I saw a video on TikTok about that, by the way. I play on mod hub maps. I would say I don't play 19 anymore, but I did play on some mod hub maps back when we used to play it. Sure. Played a lot of Stevie maps as well. I definitely did play some mod hub maps. You betcha. I saw this video about this guy. He's like, when I moved to the Midwest like 10 years ago, I had to learn a whole new language. And it was like, yeah, no, and no, yeah, no, yeah, and oop. And like all this stuff, he explained like all this and what it means, and it was so funny. And I'm like, it's so true. Like, yeah, no. Like, you know, like there's so many different things that we say out here. Oh. Yep, let me squeeze right past you. That you're in the way of at the grocery store, you know? Like, you know what I mean? Oop. Or oop. 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 Yeah. The whole thing. On here we have... Yeah, I played, we played, what's that one? That one out of Illinois we played. That was a mod hub map, yeah. That was a mod hub map. Yeah, I play some mod hub maps. You betcha. I think maybe. Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, don't you know? We don't really say "don't you know" down here. That's more of a northern. Don't you know? That's more of a northern thing. We don't say that in St. Louis. Bless your heart. Bless your heart's a good one, yeah. That's the Canadian. Yeah, Minnesota, yeah. Yup. You got all kinds of good Midwest sayings out here, you know? It's fun. It's a good time, chat. Troy, I'm sorry you're having a bad afternoon. Bad day. Unfortunate, buddy. Sorry. Alright. Everyone's called Bubba. Yeah, I don't know any Bubbas, actually. Bless your heart has 10 different meanings. Usually the bless your heart's like, they're kind of telling you off, right? Just bless your heart. Like, it's kind of like being nice but being rude at the same time, right? Something like that, right? Among others, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, it's the polite, like, F you. Yeah. Roundabouts? Roundabout? They cause tornadoes if you go around them too fast, Rocks. That's what I've heard. This is definitely what I've heard. Just saying.
Steven 829 cheered Dex 100. Been waiting 2 hours for Coca-Cola to load this box up.
Dang, Steven. Thanks for the bits. 2 hours, huh? That's like 2 hours. That's a long time, man. Sorry you've been waiting that long. That's unfortunate. The chat. Should we check more fields if they need lime, or should we just like? Problem is, I know we need more lime. It takes so long to lime like I'm liming right now. That's okay. It's okay.
Steven 829 cheered Dex 100. Sorry yo-ho, what's up peeps? Hatching chick, baby chick, front-facing baby chick.
Steven, thanks for the bits. Just saying. Oh, I say that one a ton. I say just saying, and I'm here for it. I say I'm here for it a lot now, too. Yeah. And then I say a lot, here lately it's been Buy Dirt. I say that a lot, too. Mostly because, well, Mary sent me that song, and it's been stuck in my head for like a week and a half now. Okay. What? Buy Dirt. Let's go, Trent. Go. My bad? Yeah, I do. My bad. My bad. Yeah, my bad is definitely one of them I tend to oversay. I would venture to guess that I say that too much, yeah. My bad.
Steven 829 cheered Dex 100. I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too.
Steven, thanks for the bets. Yeah, no. Yeah. Might be an hour away, but at least you just have the time. Oh, nice, Trent. That is a nice part of the app. You can just like tell it when you want to be there. And I don't know about you, but well, usually when I order Casey's, I order like, you know, 4, sometimes 6 pizzas. And they don't like if you only give them like an hour for that. They call you and they're like, yeah, no. Way to tie it into our Midwest conversation, you know? I mean, what's more Midwest than, you know, Casey's Pizza? Not a lot. Oh my God, it's a goat? It's a goat? It's a goat, chat. Holy goaty.
What?
Oh, you kind of scared me. Hi. How are you?
All good, all good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I've been in the train cup.
I saw that snap earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to order an hour. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to give them time, too. Because normally, if I give them like 45 minutes to an hour, usually it's not ready. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. You guys are giving me a complex about things I say a lot. I'm not going to lie. That also means, like, I am being honest. At least in my book, it means, hey, I'm actually telling you the truth here, and I'm not going to lie to you. Although some people that say that, they are actually lying. So I don't lie. I try not to lie. How are you? You good? Everything good? Train club fun?
Yeah. We're
That was the wrong
moving
button.
on.
Trains going around in circles?
No. We're still building the table right now.
Oh, okay. My bad.
But I think we maybe 40% with the table.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're in the what part of the Midwest are you in? You've never seen or heard of a Casey's. My bad.
So,
what's up?
what are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm finishing up some rolling goat.
All right.
Wisconsin? Do they not have them in Wisconsin? We don't have them where I live in St. Louis, but we have them out in the state, just not really like here. Yeah.
On my screen, you're sitting in the versatile back in the homestead.
But now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Probably sitting in a bunch of stuff then. You might have to resync. You haven't seen when they don't. I don't know. I don't know exactly where all their stores are. I just know they're all over like Missouri, Illinois, Iowa. Possibly Kansas, I'm not sure. Wisconsin is Quick Trip. Yeah, and it's not the same Quick Trip that we have either. Right? Don't think they go that far north. Okay. Yeah, but it's not the same Quick Trip that we have in Missouri. Yeah. Yeah, Quick Trip with a K. Ours is Quick Trip with a Q, yeah. Ours is QT. Not KT, yeah. Ours is out of Oklahoma, actually. Out of Tulsa. Where Quick Trip, the K, or the Q started. You betcha. You betcha. It's another one, probably, chat, yeah. All right, everything is just about done being... Oh, I am all right with this. I am all right with this, chat. They're all over Georgia and South Carolina, really? Who is west? Interesting. The back rollers could slide forward. You'd have to go talk to, what's their names? Oh my God, where did this cedar come from, chat? Oh, this is the one that was refueling. Never mind. Restaurant. More better. I know people that say that. I also know people that say Jiminy Christmas. Like when they're trying to cuss. But they don't cuss, they say Jiminy Christmas. Mo better. Really, Bert? They're a huge company, that's all I know. I believe they're privately owned, aren't they? I could be wrong. Mr. Plugger, hello, sir. Welcome in. The More Better thing, is that Pennsylvania? Or Jiminy Christmas? Not sure. Son of a biscuit. Son of a biscuit. I like to say Hannah Montana. I don't know why. Oh, Hannah Montana. Obviously, I'm not cussing, but it's funny. Just saying. I'm just saying. There, I said it. Y'all are gonna give me, like, you know, a complex of things that I say a lot are weird. How I used to say pumpkin instead of pumpkin. Pumpkin. I got yelled at too many times for that, so I quit saying it that way. Legit got yelled at for it, so I changed the way I see it. Which honestly I never should have.
What do you want me to do?
There is a cedar up south of 49. You want to grab that and bring it back to the yard? Down south?
To the pig farm?
No, by the biogas plant. Like where all the cedars go.
Alright, yeah.
Coupon? I don't say coupon. I know people that say coupon. And I'm like, you mean coupon? Yeah, I know some people that say coupon. Yeah. Right. I say, what else do I say? That's weird. I say, wash. Wash instead of wash. I like to make fun of me for that one. My dad asked my dad to say, like a radio tower. It's radio tower. Coupon. 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 It was entertaining. And Tanner. And Tanner, right? Antenna. Radio tower. Yep. Album. Interesting. Antennae. Is that like going to the library? Gotta go down to that library over there, man, get educated, you know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'll tell you what. Rural. Vinyl? Wait, do people say vinyl weird? You have a zinc? Valens? I can't even say that one. I like the sync one. Yeah. Zinc instead of a sink. I like that. I don't know why. I like it. I'm here for it, man. Sign me up. Oh, vinyl instead of album? Oh. True. I know somebody that can hear us right now that can't say cinnamon. But that's okay. I'm not calling that person out. It's okay that they can't say cinnamon.
Is it Trent?
No. I can't say statistics.
Statistics?
Record? No, it's record. Yeah, I can't.
Isn't Chuck a teacher?
You tried Casey's breakfast pizza? You're here for it? Just saying. Hey, heck yeah, let's go. Edited? Yeah, that was one I used to struggle with. Like, hey, I'm gonna go edited. I'm gonna go edit. I'm gonna go do some editing. Back in the day, I used to struggle with that one. Rural is definitely one of mine. I can't. No. In fact, there's a store that has. It's a Rural King. I just call it the redneck store. And I don't mean, Bert, I don't mean redneck in like a derogatory or anything. I don't mean it in a bad way. But I can't say it, so I just say redneck store. Of course, there's also like multiple stores I would call like the quote unquote redneck stores. It's not just Rural King. Rural King. And funny. Philly cheesesteak Pringles only at Walmart. That sounds interesting, Sean. How are they? What words does Chuck have an issue with? Probably none, right?
Chuck is a school teacher.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Probably none, right?
There must be some.
I don't know.
It's probably a long, sophisticated word.
Like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious?
Something like that.
Nailed it, right, chat? Nailed it.
And what did it mean?
Shit, I have no idea. I just know that it's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Don't ask me to spell it either. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. How's it going? Red beans. Interesting, Chaz. Interesting. Let you think is good. There's one. Let you think. Okay. Now spell it. Absolutely not, Mr. Matt. Google. Google. Y'all want me to ask Google? I wonder if it'll get it right. Supercalifragilistic. What? That's in the. I want to say Sound of Music, but I don't. Is that right? Chat. Somebody. What's that from? I want to say it's the Sound of Music, right? Oh, Mary Poppins. I should have known that.
Mary Poppins?
Mary Poppins.
How you doing?
It's Cody's favorite saying here lately.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins. Wait, what? Mary Poppins.
So, the road train is down now.
Okay. Yeah.
What's the next one?
Well, we probably... Oh, there's a sign right there. We probably need to lime some fields, Goat. You want to change one of the spreaders? It's got a sprayer on it now.
Yeah.
This horse pistol. Okay. That's interesting, Bert. Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, how is it poppin'?
Oh, that's funny. That's too funny there, Goat. All right, that bridge is definitely approved for the weight of this tractor and roller, okay? Just go with it, chat. Rural equals royal. Interesting. I'm glad I'm not the only one that struggles with rural. Sometimes I gotta start over, chat, you know? Like midway say it through it, I gotta start over. Like the other word for stats. I know I can't say that one, so I just don't even try. That one's really bad for me, so it's okay. It's not like I talk for a living or nothing. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, I've tried. I just don't try anymore.
What field you need lime?
You want to head to like 30, and I'll be over there with the thing in a minute to fill you up.
Alrighty.
Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. How's it going? I'll grab the Smurfinator and be over in a minute. We'll have ourselves a limeman good time.
Weehaw.
Something like that, yeah. I'd say we'll do 30 and then we'll probably call it on lime there. Is that going to take a while? Oh, Chad, I looked away from the screen.
Should we do a science project?
What's that?
How many salami sandwiches can we eat while doing field 30?
Well, I don't know about you, Go, but I don't have any salami here at the house, so.
I think we will explode.
I think you're going to conduct the science, not me. Okay?
No.
I'm fresh out of salami. I have some pepperoni in the house, though.
That could do it.
L3FT4D3 at Cheerdex 100. Depends on if it's hard or soft salami.
Dang, left, you were like ready to go with that. Thanks to the bits left. Oh, goodness. No comment. No comment. All right. All right. Let me grab the Smurfinator with its 500,000 liters of lime. And I'll be right over, goat.
All right.
All right. Let's go. Oh, very nice. Let's do it, dudes. This thing flies, chat. That's all I know. I like to go. My strobe on hazards, I want to be legal. Spreader, you better get out of my way, buddy. Fly like an eagle. Put the lime in the coke and be alive. Okay. IRL. Yes. Mr. Matt, we do this right here. Use it to fill the spreader. Except for it doesn't like to hit that right here. There we go. It's operator error on my part. We got it. $83 miles an hour? Yeah, it is. I whip the 995 83 miles an hour all the time at the farm, chat. What are you talking about? Sure. That would be terrifying on a tractor, first off. Just saying. That would be terrifying, alright? So the goal is that the lime spreader never has to stop, chat.
What is this guy doing?
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Where are you going?
I hooked it up on GPS.
Did you?
Yeah, but he was like drunk or something. Uber.
You gotta slow down. There you go. That spreader doesn't like to snap back to GPS like you would want it to.
No.
Yeah, blame the Uber, huh?
Blame Dan.
You know it. Fun. Trying to use the speed sync mod too. And it works, kind of. I know this isn't the most realistic thing ever, chat, but... Or, you know, not realistic at all, but it works, chat.
It's getting the job done, right?
You betcha. It handles bad anything over 45, really? Wow. If I was really good, I don't have GPS, but... Chicks, this is the Smurfinator. It is a versatile front end and a Demco rear end. You can find it on the Papa Smurf website. Exclamation point Smurf in the chat. Yeah. Why don't I just use cruise control? Yeah, true. You know. Not calling Goaty for Uber, really? Like Cracker Barrel, it's about the experience, not the reality. Yes. Goaty, you ever been to a Cracker Barrel?
What the heck is that?
You've never been to America, right?
I've been in Vegas and Washington, New York.
Oh. You've never been to a Cracker Barrel?
No.
Then you haven't been to America then.
Okay.
America. F yeah. Cracker Barrel, yeah.
So what is it?
It's just like a restaurant. That's like, it reminds a lot of us of like, grandma's cooking.
Ah, okay.
It's nothing like super high-end food or anything like that. It's just kind of like...
Going to the inn?
Kinda, I guess, yeah.
Alright.
You have a Cracker Barrel in Vegas. Cody, why didn't you go there while you were there?
I think I was busy doing something else.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever tried? I tried that in Vegas. Going up with a helicopter and shooting smaller size Gatling gun.
Did you really do that?
Yeah, it was so fun.
Dude, that I've seen that before. It looks way cool.
It's so cool.
That's awesome. No, I've never done that. I've never been to Vegas.
Oh, you should do it.
I don't know that I would, like, there's too many people. I don't like a lot of people, to be honest with you. Like, crowds. Like,
I know what you mean.
I'm perfectly happy just, like, chilling at home, like, watching a movie, you know? Like, that's more my thing. Just saying.
I think there were two reasons we went to Vegas.
Okay.
One for the helicopter, and we had to stay at the Hoodoo Hotel. What? They had fine boneless chicken wings.
I just laughed. That's it. That's all. I didn't say anything. Go. You do you, bud. You get mad at the grocery store. Yeah, I'm not a big... I used to like crowds and stuff. I mean, I do okay, like out in public and stuff. I don't mind it, but like... Yeah, Chad, I know it's break time. We'll get to the other end of the field and I'll take my break. Yeah. No, he said helicopters and shooting Gatling guns out of them. You don't get to do that everywhere, chat. Come on. America. You know? Yeah. But Cody, you should, if you ever come back to, you got to hit up a Cracker Barrel, bro. Get you some hash brown casserole and like some good old meatloaf or something.
I want to go to, what's it called?
Or get you some like country fried steak. Oh man.
Like for a big barbecue, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, what's it called? The swamp town.
What?
There's like this swamp area in the States. Is it in Illinois? No, it's not Illinois. No, it's like a big town, a big city.
Like Louisiana?
Yeah, Louisiana. I want to go there for a barbecue.
Louisiana's like New Orleans?
Yeah.
New Orleans? Okay. Gotta get the okra. I was like, what are you talking about, Coach?
And I want to go to Yukon.
You want to go to the Yukon?
Yeah.
You want barbecue gator? Like alligator?
Yeah, I want to try alligator.
Louisiana is gumbo. Yeah, usually Louisiana is gumbo, but I bet they can, have a pretty banging barbecue as well. Just saying. All right, goat. I'm gonna. Whoa, hello, we're lagging.
Oh.
I'm gonna just like park right here, goat.
All right.
I'll leave my auger out, and
Yep.
I'll be right back.